So I wanted to talk to people about something that might be a little bit controversial, but this is something that comes up a lot. I see a ton of clients who are wanting to lose weight and regain energy and feel good in general. And I see a lot of people who come in, they're kind of dejected and they feel very guilty. Oftentimes the people I see, they feel guilty. They think there's failures of willpower going on, that they're not able to maintain a healthy body weight, that they're always yo-yoing. And one of the most important points I try and get across to people is it's actually, I want them to take agency over the path forward, but it's also, I want to tell them that it's not their fault. Like what is going on right now is not their fault. It's not a personal failing that we have the highest rates of obesity in history, that we have the worst metabolic disease rates in history, that cardiovascular disease progression is getting more and more significant. So all of these things are happening in society, and the question we need to ask ourselves is, why is this happening? Like, why is this happening? And I want to put forward, there's many different explanations, but I want to put forward one of the main things why it's really not an individual personal failing just because you cannot maintain a healthy body weight. Because what people are up against is seriously the most significant forces ever. We're talking about the smartest people on this planet with unlimited money, with unlimited resources, whose only job is to get you hooked to their foods, their goods. When you walk into a grocery store, there is billions of dollars put into like collectively, like exactly to kind of guide you in that grocery store. You're walking to is the bakery section. They want you, buying all the junk food products. There's so much thought put into every single aspect. When you're driving down the street, you're seeing 20 different ads for fast food restaurants. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, how does a person have a chance when they've worked this hard 8-hour day? They're driving home, they're sitting in traffic, they feel stressed, they see a sign for McDonald's, and that McDonald's is created in a way to hit all the right triggers, all the right psychological triggers, all the right, hunger signals. I mean, that you want to just eat more, that you start craving these foods. And unfortunately, what happens is these reinforcing patterns, they just lead to unhealthier and unhealthier behaviors and eating habits, right? And that's really what's happening. And so, really, the first step here is zooming out and fully understanding what people are up against. They're up against the ultimate forces of capitalism with unlimited resources. You know what these snack food companies do, like Frito Lay? They literally put people through fMRI machines, seeing what parts of their brain light up to get to see how that corresponds with the snack food that they're creating. And so this is a hard battle out there. And that's why I always tell people you need a system. You need a system to actually, if you want any chance of being as healthy as possible for as long as possible, and that includes things like body weight regulation, hormone regulation, cardiovascular disease risk management, energy regulation, if you want to feel great and look great. I mean, you need a system for that. And it doesn't have to be a complicated system. You don't have to log every single thing you eat. There are straightforward ways to make this very simple to do. It might not be easy, but it's going to be very simple to do. And that's kind of what I'm interested in talking to people about. And this is the type of coaching and guidance I give. Really high end clientele. We usually start with blood work, but beyond that, we really want to create systems, good habits, prioritize consistency and eating times as one of those things I always tell people. Do not leave it up to your whims and your impulses in that moment to decide what you're going to eat, because then they're going to get you. They're just going to get you. We want to take willpower out of the equation. Okay, that's the goal here. If you're relying on willpower, that's not sustainable. Nothing is sustainable if you're just completely relying on willpower. We want to make the habits easy without effort eventually. That's where we get people. You just have to know certain strategies to do that. And then you have to know what you're up against. Okay. Once you understand the enemy, once you understand some basic principles, it is much, much easier to maintain a healthy body weight, maximize energy, feel your best. Believe me, I've worked with a ton of people on this, and it becomes a lot more straightforward. So if you like what I'm saying here, I'm going to put out a lot more content in regards to exactly how to do that. Give me a like or a follow, and we'll go from there.